Welcome to another episode of the Grappling with Life podcast. Today I am joined by Tahseen Takleh from Rise and Glide, all the way from California, Los Angeles, Pomona, I think he said to me. I hope I'm right. So Tahseen, welcome, bro.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me.
Away, man. How you doing?
I've been okay, surviving.
Alhamdulillah, man. So,
trying to catch up on the sleep I missed out.
did you manage to nap after the?
I got maybe 20, 25 minutes in, it was sufficient.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So, let's just get started from the beginning. You're quite. I mean, I don't know if you know. I've been following you for quite a while, on and off, because the YouTube algorithm keeps spitting out your videos, and I thought to myself, you know what? Let me reach out to him. Let me see if he's game, innit? Do you see what I'm saying? So, alhamdulillah, I reached out to you on Instagram, and you were kind enough to kind of respond, mashallah. I know the time difference is a bit mad, but and here we are today, man. So I appreciate you coming on.
No, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for reaching out. But I promise I don't bite for people who reach out. So yeah, thanks for making it happen, man.
No problem, Habib, no problem. So let's just start from the beginning, man. Where were you born, raised? And then we'll get cracking on the grappling side of things and what you're doing now.
Sure enough. Born and raised in Pomona, California. I'm originally from Syria. Parents are from Syria. However, I did live in Sharjah, United Arab Emirates, for a period of 5.5, 6 years. And that has everything to do with my grappling life to this point.
Right.
Yeah,
cool.
Very, very crucial time in my life.
So where you are now is actually where you grew up?
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
exactly.
Man. I didn't realize that, man. Okay. So are your parents as in, are you near your parents, or are they in the UAE? Are they in America, or?
Yeah, my parents are here. I mean, my mother and my brother's my family is here, except for my father. He still lives in Emirates.
Okay, mashallah.
And but yeah, basically, I was raised in this same exact spot, just a few miles.
No way.
Miles down the street. Yeah.
What was that like, man?
You know what? I get that question a lot from Americans out here, and I tell them, look, I lived in America, but I didn't live the American lifestyle. I was always in Islamic schools and private schools, surrounded by the Syrian community on the weekends and whatnot. So I was basically around my own peoples during the whole time. So yeah, it was good, alhamdulillah. Very fruitful upbringing, alhamdulillah, as I can say.
So you went to Islamic school growing up, all the way up to college, or just the primary education?
Yeah, I did almost my whole life in private school.
Yeah. Was it like a Syrian school?
No, it's not Syrian. It's just Islamic school. They welcome all Muslims.
Okay.
Small little private school here in Pomona. I spent most of my time there. I did around 3 or 4 Islamic schools during my time.
Right. Because in the UK, we have I think Zach, you went to one. Yeah. There's a Libyan school, actually run by the Libyan government. Is it run by the Libyan government?
Really?
Yeah, so it was like I don't know if, sorry, let me backtrack for a second, yeah. I don't think it was run by the Libyan government, but it was a Libyan curriculum. So, the whole schooling system kind of transplanted them. Yeah. And I think someone ran it like that. And there's an Egyptian...
Yeah, you had to do the national anthem.
Yeah, the national anthem, yeah. The Libyan national anthem in the morning. I didn't go. It was strict, man, from what I saw. Zach was there. It was crazy, bro. And then there's an Egyptian weekend school it's like an Arabic school with
Egyptian weekend school.
But obviously anyone's welcome. Do you understand? But it was like Egyptian curriculum to learn Arabic, basically. So that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like you might have gone to a school that was kind of subsidized by maybe. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're gonna word it like that, it was so the first. Private school, Islamic school we went to was that was a mix of everybody.
Yeah.
But the second and third, that was like a Hifz Islamic school. So that was run by the Pakistanis and Indians, but we don't call it Paki-Indi school, just call it
Islamic. I understand.
Yeah.
I had I went to a Muslim school up for primary school up to grade 5, basically. Same as so 5, like 10, maybe 9, 10 years old. Is that grade 5 for you guys?
I was gonna ask, is grade 5 5th grade?
Fifth grade, sorry. We call it year 5. I tried to Americanize it and I did it wrong, bro. But
Yeah, 5th grade.
it's called year 5, basically.
Yeah.
So that's 9, 10 years old, roughly.
Fair enough, yeah.
And the
fair
head teacher was Syrian. He was a bad boy.
enough. Is that good or bad? Bad or good?
It depends. I mean, when you were young, we were scared of him, man. Like,
okay.
we were scared of him. He was like this short Syrian guy, really severe. Didn't smile.
Give us a bad rep.
No, not really, man. Because I had Syrian teachers as well that were like very, very nice, man. It was just him, innit? Like, I'm not gonna blow up his name, bro. Like, forget that one. But
If I was you, I would have went to the Egyptians, bro. Those guys know how to kick it. They know how to have fun, you know.
ازيك يا حبيبي, come.
أخبارك إيه؟ محمد حسين الجباني فين؟
Yeah, so mashallah. Like, so okay, that's interesting, man. So what happened? So you know what happened to me? I don't know if it was similar to you. Was when I left that school, I got a culture shock, man.
Yeah.
Mad culture shock.
What happened to me is in grade 9, so year 9, I left to Emirates.
Right.
And then from there, we were in another private school, but it wasn't like Islamic. It was just a private school, you know, and everybody there is obviously Muslim for the most part. But it was segregated. It was a huge school, but it was segregated between boys and girls.
Right.
And that was a culture shock, you know. We moved to the Emirates with intentions of being like better Muslims, you know, somewhat leaning towards our Arabic roots, even though it's Emirates, not Syria. But that was a big cultural shock for us, you know, to see the people how they acted, these young guys, and it turns out we were like the most well-behaved, following Islamic morals. Everyone out there was just, you know,
they're wilding out.
Yeah, wilding out. Yeah,
I heard the stories. I got mates of mine that teach over there in UAE. Mad stories. I can't even repeat them here, man. Like, it's so bad, man. Like,
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it and you've heard it and you've experienced it, man.
I spent 3 years in this school, you know, grade 10, 11, and 12. And I was with the Emiratis. So this private school had like high-level Emiratis, you know. What I mean by high-level is like the sheikh's nephew's son, or he's the uncle of this sheikh and that sheikh. So these guys were coming with like Louis Vuitton, Gucci shoes to PE class. I swear, man. And that goes to another topic if we get into the grappling. Yeah, man.
Wow,
Gucci
man.
backpacks, everything. Yeah, it was a crazy time.
So that, you know, for me, Tahseen, is I remember, like, I used to teach. Yeah, so I had this Jamaican student.
Okay.
Yeah, so her mum became Muslim, and they decided to live in Saudi, basically. And her mum taught English to a princess there. I don't know if that's what you call them, but I think that's what they're called, right? Princesses, yeah. So she said basically, so they used to come to London. Have you been to London, Tahseen?
I have not. It's been on the list for so many years.
You need to come down. So when you're down, but we definitely come down to Legion, inshallah. 100%, Habibi. Yeah. So they came down, and this blew my mind. Yeah, they went to Burberry. No, there's this. Do you have Safeways over there? Safeway. It's like a grocery store. It's like a chain. They don't exist anymore. It's like Walmart almost. It's like Walmart almost, yeah? So the kid wanted sweets, so she goes to the girl, go and take her to the shop. She gave her £250. That's almost $300, man. I think maybe a bit more, yeah? To buy sweets, man. Candy, basically, sorry. Yeah, like chocolates and all that stuff. So they'd go to the shop, and I don't know, in the grocery stores, you've got like the chocolates like that. And then behind it, you got the boxes. Yeah. So they open it up, right? She took the boxes. She'd get the boxes. It's crazy. That's how they think, man. That's the kind of... They went to Burberry. Listen to this one. This was another one. There was a Burberry shop. They went in there and they were like, okay, this one, this one, this one. And they're just looking like this one. And then they just left. She goes, that evening, a massive truck came with all the sizes. And they took it into her house, and she'd try it in her house.
That's next level.
It's next level, bro.
Yeah, they do that out there. You know, subhanAllah, I had, I mean, not that similar, not that same experience, but in Emirat, these rich guys, subhanAllah. May Allah bless them. Some of them are still my good friends from high
Yeah.
school.
Sah.
But money, subhanAllah, was not an issue whatsoever, bro. Yeah, and it was just like how we have water. It was running water. It was money was running for them, no problem. You know, no problem, bro. SubhanAllah, it
SubhanAllah.
was crazy.
So
It was
okay, so
crazy.
you was there for 3 years. Then what happened after that? So I'm guessing you were like up to age 18, 17, 18, right?
I was in that high school for 3 years, but I
Oh,
did some. Yeah, I lived there for a total of almost 6 years, but I also did some university years over there, and I just was free for a year or so. But yeah, so the interesting part is in high school, if this is the part where we get into grappling,
yeah.
in high
Whatever you want,
school,
bro. Yeah.
in high school, I was training kickboxing and Muay Thai. Um, I had done just a little bit of jiu-jitsu with the gi grappling in Pomona before I left in 2008. So when I went back to Emirates in 2009, 10, and 11, I was focusing fully on Muay Thai kickboxing. And I had a fight, professional Muay Thai fight in 2000, like either 11 or 10. I was a junior, grade 11 in high school. So
Wow.
it's a
So
it's a
what age is that?
professional. I was 17.
17. Okay. So you had
Yeah.
a pro fight at 17, Muay Thai fight.
It was a pro fight, but I'm not pro. My level's not pro, but it was a pro fight.
Right.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So, we get into the fight. The coach calls me one night. He said, "Hey, Tahseen, you want to fight professional? Yes or no?" I'm like, "Yeah, coach, I want to fight professional." I'm all hyped up with energy. He's like, "Okay, come to the gym right now and let's take pictures for you for the posters and all that good stuff." I said, "Okay." Finally, I'm getting some attention, from the kickboxing world and Muay Thai. And sure enough, we did a training camp for 6 weeks, I believe. And there was like a press conference the day before.
Whoa.
I'm hanging up posters in my high school. There's posters on Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai. And my dad is looking at me. He's like, "You're my son." He calls me Nus Bantaron, like half pair of pants. He's like, "You Nus Bantaron, you're on posters on Sheikh Zayed Road in this hotel." And he was a little bit shocked, but he was impressed.
Did he know what he was
Uh,
doing? Did he know that you were doing obviously Muay Thai and all that stuff? Like,
Yeah,
was
he was
supportive?
supporting me fully. Yeah, he was
Okay, right.
fully supportive, 100%. But he was happy for me, like, well, look what my son's doing. And I remember he came with me to the press conference, and now it's time to do the face off and stand to take some pictures. And I look at the guy, I'm like, "Ya Allah, I'm fighting this guy."
So
I'm fighting a mountain.
So before this time, you haven't met this guy. You don't know who he is.
I know who he is by one picture.
Right.
They told me he's an old guy. He trains a little bit. And here's a picture of him, and I saw pictures, and he had like white hair. I'm like, okay, it's no problem, man. I'm young, and my cardio is the best. There we go.
Oh. 1 second. Where are you, man?
Oh, this guy is good. This guy is good. Yeah.
Where is he?
That's me in the middle.
Oh my God.
Nipple.
I see you. I zoom in, bro. You got to zoom in, man.
Oh my God.
Bro, you look mean over there, bro. Look
That's
at
not
Bolo
me.
Young over there on the left.
I'm in the middle, right
I can
there.
see that. I
Yeah.
can see that. And who's the guy you're fighting? Oh, that guy with the grey hair.
Right under me.
Yeah.
Maga.
What is he, Russian or something? He looks.
Chechnyan, bro. Chechnyan.
Oh.
Let me tell you the story. Give me one second.
God.
No, this story is like the start of everything for my life. I kid you not.
Yalla, God.
So it turns out he's 33 years old. He's been training almost more than half his life with karate, taekwondo, kickboxing. That's what they do out there. They just train, And at the time I'm 17, so my coach had to under the table to make me look older to fight professionally. And at that time I'm in good shape. Alhamdulillah, my cardio is the best of the best. My striking is doing well. But I look at him in the weigh-ins, the face-off. I'm like, man, this guy's bicep is bigger than my head. This guy's built. If I'll find some pictures, I'll send them to you. Anyways, so I don't give much thought, and the day of the fight, the night they call out my name. It's on YouTube. They call out my name. Tahseen from
Zach,
Syria,
pull it up.
Elite Boxing presents.
That is loud. You're killing me, bro. Is this you, yeah?
Yeah, that's me.
All right,
Oh, man.
let's see. I hope we don't get pulled down for this one, bro.
No, elite boxing, they're done. No.
It should be all right, yeah?
Should be, inshallah.
Yeah, Rob. Bro, that's legit, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, the seats were like $300, TV, news. It was crazy, man. That's me.
Look at that full head of hair, mashallah, bro.
Allah yarham.
Allah barik. Allah yarham.
Man, I'm 70. I'm nervous, man. I'm shaking. But
So talk us through this, bro. What's going through your head here, man?
Tahseen, it's the point of no return. That's it.
Right, he Ivan Drago'd you, man. If he dies, he dies.
I'm getting...
Oh, you struck first, man.
Watch the jab, watch the jab.
Oh.
This bruv is strong,
Oh.
yo. He's strong. Yeah, we're going at it.
But you're not bad at yourself, bruv. Right, you're scrapping.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it. Go back.
Go back.
Right there.
Oh. What the hell did that feel like, bro?
I don't remember that feeling of that one. I just remember it was like a flash. You know, it just...
That's it. Gloves up, bruv.
But my cardio was good. I wasn't huffing and puffing. He was a bit, you know...
Was he tired?
A little bit during that. It's not a full fight on the video, but...
Bro.
Can you see his technique level? How he's like it's very experienced.
Snapping his kicks. What weight were you fighting at? Yeah.
I think 84 kg.
Oh yeah.
He's going on.
Look at this, man. Where was your dad at this point?
Oh, see that jab? Hey man, you gotta give me credit for that jab.
100%. Look up. You were gone before he realized, bro. But you know when you get knocked down like that, and then you come back up, like, are you dazed or you like?
I'm just in shock. Like
Okay.
it's still, you know, it's like, that's it. Get yourself together.
Bro, this was like a setup, bro, man. You got set up, bro.
So, man, it was an experience. I got so much street credit from that fight.
Is it?
From people all over the martial arts world.
So
I just did it because I love the sport, you know.
So what happened, bro? Because obviously we didn't watch the whole game.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why they don't have it finished, but he knocked me out a few seconds.
like complete.
There was I think 30 seconds left for the first round, and he gave me 2 hooks, and I was out cold.
Whoa.
If you search some pictures, you can see me lying down like as if I was dead. My parents, mother and father, they were sitting like second row watching. Yeah.
SubhanAllah. And then how did it feel when you woke back up again? Because everyone, like, they say that when I got knocked out once, I was on the street though, yeah, from behind. It was a school fight, you know, like stupidness. Yeah. And I remember waking up thinking, like, I didn't even remember what happened before that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I woke up and I lost memory. I couldn't remember anything.
What the whole day?
Yeah, so after that knockout, I woke up in the car with my parents, and I was asking them the same question maybe like 15, 20 times. And I was trying so hard to remember, like, who won, what happened, why. It was just like a very blurry moment. And I remember the next 2 or 3 days, then I started watching like all the pictures and videos. Turns out like I was fully awake. I was responsive a little bit in the locker room post knockout.
And you don't remember that?
Yeah, man. No.
Crazy,
if it wasn't for the videos and pictures, I wouldn't have remembered. Yeah. No, he was strong, man. He was strong.
But Tahseen, that sounded like... Sorry, go.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I got praised a little bit. You know, protect us, but at the time I was 17. You know, I got a little praise for being brave enough to step into the ring with him. But obviously, if I knew what I was getting myself into, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, because I was saying, it looked like a setup almost, man.
Yeah,
33 is not old, man. That's like prime.
For me, it was old at the time. But I'm not even 33 yet, you know, so subhanAllah, it is prime.
Yes, you're prime, bro. Like, the grey hair must have been what you saw back home or something growing up. Because you think about how old he is, do you know what I'm saying? And what he went through. Do you know what I mean?
33 is no joke.
It's
33
no joke.
is like the beginning of...
Yeah,
and I think a few months after I went to his gym, we became friends, me and Maga. We're friends now. I went to the gym one time just to check on him training, and he was shirtless and he had like this chain over his neck and he was doing dips, and I can see his biceps and triceps all bulging out. Whoa.
It's like Rocky. Was it Rocky 4? Rocky 5? Which one is the Ivan Drago one?
I think 4.
4. When the guys, you know that montage, man. SubhanAllah. So did he introduce you to what you're doing now? Is that how
he didn't introduce me directly. It was more indirectly. So after that fight, my parents started to get a little skeptical about this Muay Thai business. I was offered by my same coach to fight MMA, and I was so hyped up about it. I wanted to do it, but my dad kept refusing. He said, absolutely not. So my coach booked me another boxing fight. And after that, one of the sheikhs in Emirat, he was Syrian, a close friend of ours. He brought me, he's like, yo, what's hukum for boxing? I said, I don't know, man. We're Muslims. You got to be strong. You know? He said, okay. Wait, don't do that, you know, loop around. So he gave me the hukum. And after that, I said, you know, that makes sense. And plus it's hurting me, you know. I wasn't right in the head for a little bit after the knockout. So one of my friends told me, "Man taraka shay'an lillah, awad Allahu bi khayrin min." You know, whoever leaves something for the sake of Allah, Allah will replace it with something better for him. So I was a bit sad for a few months leaving Muay Thai. I made a decision to just train but not fight. I wanted to be a fighter, man. I wanted to be like the best of the best and whatnot. And on the poster, you can see my teammate. He's on the bottom left. And I call him. I said, bro, I want to train jiu-jitsu in your city. It was a bit, you know, like a 15, 20-minute drive. He said, why do you want to come to my city when you have the Dagestan and Chechens right next to you? Start training with them. Yeah, the guy right next to me. Not the bald guy.
The blue wraps or the black wraps?
Yeah, black wraps.
Enlarge it, bro, is that? Oh, that
right there, Anas. Yeah, Iraqi guy, Anas. So he says, Tahseen, train with the Dagestanis and Chechens, jiu-jitsu. They're right next to you. I said, really? Okay. But I'm going to pause there for a second. After I fought Maga, they were telling me, oh, he's from Shishan. I'm like, I know I've heard of this place called Shishan, but what is it? Why are they so strong? Why is it so intimidating? Why is everybody talking about it like it's something special, you know? And I did my research, and I just fell in love with Kafkaz, fell in love with the region and their culture and their training regimen and all that stuff. And I just happened to call my friend, told me train with the Chechens and Dagestanis, and it all started from there.
So they've got like a base in UAE where you were, like a gym.
Yeah. So the coach, he was from Dagestan, and he had, you know, all the Russians train with him. It was a very small gym, rented out place. Barely anybody knew about him, and it just grew from there. I was training with them, jiu-jitsu, and I fell in love with the sport. Yeah, I had prior experience, white belt, you know, maybe 2 or 3 months on the gi. But yeah, that's where everything escalated for Kafkaz. Everything just from that point. It was an amazing experience.
Serious question, Tahseen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious question. Yeah.
Okay.
When you were training with the Dagestanis and the Chechens, did you see anyone pulling guard, bro?
No. No.
It's like haram for them, bro. Like, that's it. No pulling guard, bro.
No pulling guard, man. You know, it's funny you bring that up. We had white belts who would train with us. And wallahi, bro, I would be flying around the room with their Siyonagi, Ashagarami. I'm like, man, this is not home. But they all have either wrestling or judo experience.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, man, I just want to grapple. I don't want to fly today. That would be my mindset sometimes. But yeah, pulling guard was if they pulled guard, it would be for a second to sweep you into a mount. It would be a split second. But yeah, pulling guard is not something
it's not culturally appropriate.
It's too slow. They're very fast paced.
Yeah. They put and pressure, top pressure, guard passing, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Now they're developing that. Before it was just a lot of movement, a lot of very quick. Now they're controlling that movement to pressure. Before it wasn't too much pressure.
Why do you think that? I mean, on the world stage, how comes there's not that many guys competing pro jiu-jitsu? Like on that level. I'm sure there's guys that are,
from Russia.
Yeah, from Dagestan and Chechnya, like pro level jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean?
That's a good question, because there's a lot of them who are extremely high level, but they compete with United World.
UWW. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them. Any chance they get. But I think why they don't go to the bigger tournaments is because of visa problems.
Okay.
A lot of them. I'm telling you, there's so many of them that are scary looking, man. Scary looking, very fast, big, strong. They just don't have an opportunity to travel, visas and whatnot.
Because we have some brothers from Dagestan and Chechnya that, wrestle with us. Good close brothers of ours, mashallah. They from our conversations with them, like if you look at the totem pole of grappling, they said that wrestling is like there.
Number one.
Like if you don't wrestle, then it's judo. Yeah. And then it goes down to sambo, and then MMA, and then kind of like, do you get me? That's kind of, for them culturally, wrestling is right at the top.
When you don't know what to do with your son, you just throw him in wrestling school. Yeah.
So I know we're going to go towards the whole rise and glide stuff, but I just want to bridge the gap. Yeah. So you started jiu-jitsu, you're getting thrown around in this gym full of like killers. Yeah. How long did that last for? Are you still training with them? Obviously you're in LA now, but like talk us through that kind of period of, I think you're a purple belt, right?
Yes.
At the moment. Yes. Yeah. So what happened between that time and now, and with regards to jiu-jitsu specifically?
Fair enough. So I started jiu-jitsu with them in 2013. I think February of 2013. I started training under Omar Abdul Rashidov from Dagestan. I stayed with him roughly 2 years. I think it was 1 year and 9 months. I got my blue belt under him. And during that duration of a year and 9 months, we competed so much. So many tournaments. Abu Dhabi and Dubai, it's like the capital of jiu-jitsu now. So every month there's a tournament. Now, me winning is not the question. It's just the matter of competing. I wasn't winning anything. Maybe out of 10, 12 tournaments, I won maybe 3.
As a white belt?
Yeah, as a white belt only. My first tournament was Abu Dhabi World Pro 2013.
Wow.
I started in February. It was in April, so it was only a few months of training. And I get in, I'm like, what is this? Behind the scenes, backstage, there's like 12 mats. It's live. There's cameras. There's, like 8,000 people watching. It was an amazing atmosphere to experience. So I competed a lot as a white belt. Trained with him for a year and 9 months. Fell in love with Dagestan, Chechnya, different regions of Russia, Kafkaz and whatnot. Then I moved back to California in 2014.
Right. So did you travel to those places at that time?
At that time, it was my dream to travel.
Right, but just through the culture and meeting them and speaking to them.
Exactly, yeah. I loved them and I loved the culture, and I couldn't travel. So the dream was building up.
Right, okay.
So I understood their culture. I understood their mindset, their trainings, and how they talked and walked and everything, being surrounded by them the whole time. And I remember at the time at the gym, I was the only Arab training amongst them.
Right.
So it was kind of like a special thing, seeing this training with the Russians, and I liked that. That was nice. It was a nice thing for me. And alhamdulillah, I gained their trust. We became brothers, and we're still in contact with all of them.
So
Nice.
Tahseen, talk to me about the Arabs there, man. Because like, with guys, jiu-jitsu is a big culture there now. Yeah, like I know it's like almost like you could call it a national sport almost. I know it's
Yeah.
in schools
Yeah,
and stuff like
almost.
that. What's the level there like? Emiratis, I'm talking about.
Emiratis.
Yeah.
Okay, now the Emiratis are next level, to be honest.
Okay.
Back in 2013, 14, there was only a few Emirati black belts, maybe Ahmed Al-Kipti, and there was only a few of them that were very well known. They were purple, almost brown, or they got their brown, they were competing. But now, mashallah, you'll find so many Emiratis with black belts or brown belts. They've been pushing the pace. As you know, the government sponsors jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
to its people. So the government of Abu Dhabi and Dubai, they bring the best Brazilian coaches, and you can train for free under these guys. So this coach is getting his salary. He has a car. He has a place to stay. He has good treatment, whether he has one student or he has 200 students.
Crazy.
So these guys are just building up, the best of the best Emirati guys. And every month now they're traveling Croatia or Russia or Belgium. They're competing everywhere, and they're getting there.
Why do you think? I mean, you might not know the answer to this here, but why do you think they picked jiu-jitsu as a sport? They could have done it. They could have picked anything, right? They could have picked football, soccer, whatever it's called. They could have picked, I don't know, bruv, like equestrian sports, because I know they love horse-related stuff, right?
They like that
So
as
why
well.
did they pick jiu-jitsu, man?
The story we know is Sheikh Tahnoon bin Zayed. He used to live in California in the 90s, and he was training under the Gracies out here in California. And in 94, I think he got his black belt.
Right.
And he said, if I'm going to invest it in myself, I'm going to invest it in my son. And if I invest it in my son, I'm going to invest it into my country. So after 94 is when he came back and he started ADCC, Abu Dhabi Combat Club, and everything just picked up from there.
All right.
Yeah,
So was it
that's the
hard?
story we know.
Was it hard leaving that atmosphere, going back to LA, going back to America? Or was it like a life choice that it had to be done? Like
In terms of jiu-jitsu or just lifestyle?
just lifestyle in general, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit difficult. I wanted to leave, but I didn't want to leave. Khalas, I got a little comfortable living there, but at the same time, I had to come back. But yeah, you can say I spent my childhood days there. Like I grew up in Sharjah. That's home for me. That's part of home. But yeah, it was an amazing experience. I made some friends over there that's part of our lifelong brothers right now.
Alhamdulillah. And you were there on your own, or was your family there? Was just your dad? You and your dad?
Family.
Oh, the whole
all of us.
family. Oh, so you all
Yeah, the
moved
whole
back to LA basically.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So you got here 2014 now.
2014.
So
Started looking for jiu-jitsu gyms.
Yes, I was thinking. Yeah. So what happened there?
Right away. I found a few places, but I didn't like, what was going on. I don't like the whole politics drama.
Oh yeah.
You have to wear a certain uniform, and you have to wear this patch, and you have to bow here and take permission to be a human and leave. And all that. I don't like these things, man. I really don't. When you go to training, you're supposed to let loose a little bit. Have fun, enjoy the training. I don't want to go to training and feel like I'm in a
Like boot camp.
military boot camp. Yeah. So I found a gym not too far away from me at the time, and I trained with them for 5 years, and it was I think I owe it to that coach, and he built up my basics very strongly.
Who is it, if you don't mind me asking?
His name was Jurbo Nurne. He was under subhanallah, I forgot his name. Braga, Vander Braga.
Brazilian guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was under Vander Braga. I think he was like the first Irish American under Vander to get his black belt.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were there for 5 years. So that takes us up to what, 2019 now?
Yes, exactly. MashaAllah, you got the numbers
Bruv,
sharp.
I'm terrible. I can tell you haven't watched the other episodes because I'm terrible at maths.
I've watched a little bit.
The whole time you were talking, I'm doing the maths in my head. No. So it's 5 years there. So I'm guessing you got your purple belt there.
No, actually, I left right before I got my purple belt.
Right.
I left the beginning of 2019, and I was off for a few months. And in September 2019, I went to Dagestan, and I got my purple belt from a Dagestani coach in Dagestan.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So how long were you there for the first time you went?
Dagestan, the first time, I think I was there for 20 days or a month, 2016.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went to Chechnya, Dagestan, and Circassia, and Moscow for the first time. That was
So
2016.
what was it like? Just so
Man, it was a
where
dream
do you
come true,
land?
man.
Where do you land? You land in Moscow, right?
Yeah, you land in Moscow.
So you can't take a direct flight to Dagestan, can you? Obviously.
No, you can't. No, you
So
can't.
you fly from Moscow. You have to drive from Moscow to.
Some people drive, but that's a 24-hour drive. I
Oof.
take another flight. It's only 2.5-hour flight. We land in Moscow. I went from Moscow to Minren Vody. This is in Circassia,
Right.
Cherkassia. I stayed there for around a week and a half. No, I stayed there for close to 20 days. Yeah, in Circassia. With some of my
Where's
friends.
Circassia?
Cherkas.
Let's Google it there, Zach, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
It has more than one spelling, Cherkesk or Circassia.
find it, bro. How do you spell it? CIRCASIA, right? Something like that.
Yeah, double SIA,
Double SIA.
Circassia.
CRI?
CIRCASSIA.
CIR?
Or you can put,
We met another brother here, Somali brother, mashallah, Muhyiddin. He just he travelled. He goes there quite often. I don't know when the last time he went.
yeah, I know Muhyiddin.
You know Muhyiddin?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, mashallah, yeah. So
Yeah.
when he came back, he told us all these stories about. He was saying like they were shocked to see a black guy, bro, because he's Somali.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like
Yeah,
unheard
yeah.
of.
No, but they have, I don't know why they do. Yeah, but it's true. There's not too many black people out there. Yeah, Karachay, Cherkassia. Yeah.
Okay.
Just mountains everywhere, man.
Wow.
Talk about oxygen, bro. Can't even breathe.
Is it?
In training, I feel like I'm dying.
There's a brother we know as well. He's from a place called Kobradina. Have you heard of it?
Aberdeen, Balkaria. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from there. But you know when you chat to them, yeah, like there's so many languages and so many like ethnicities. You don't. It's like they're not homogenous people. They're kind of like
Different. Yeah.
so different, man. And I remember because I think Chechen. I think another word for Chechen is Nokhshi, right? Nokhshi, and that comes from the Nuh alayhi salam, right? That's what his brother was. That's what the brother was telling me. He was telling me that the descendants of Nuh, basically. I hope I'm not butchering this, but that's where the word Nokhshi comes
They're
from.
gonna come after you, bro.
They'll come after me. Yeah, no, be careful. But yeah, so he was telling me about like, you know, the different. May Allah bless him, bro. Like, give him an education, mashallah. But yeah, so yeah, talk us through landing. Is that from what Muhyiddin's telling me, that airport's like this, like a basic airport, isn't it?
Very basic. So the one in Dagestan is getting remodeled. It's all like this new international airport. But the one in Minren Vody in Cherkassia, next to Kabardina-Balkaria, I land there and it's a very simple airport. My friend picks me up. I spend 20 days there. And then we take a drive from there to Dagestan.
Right.
That was, I think, a 12-hour drive, 10 or 12-hour drive with stops. And Dagestan looks just like Cherkassia, the same thing. But I'm looking, oh my God, it's Dagestan.
It's like there's a line, and then you're somewhere else, and then boom, you're in Dagestan.
Dagestan, yeah. You across the borders a few times.
So
checkpoint.
Sorry, Tahseen, I've got so many questions, yeah? If you don't mind me asking. So from my understanding, Dagestan and Chechnya are province, they're
Republics.
Republic. What does that mean? Because they're in Russia, but they're a republic. How does that work?
It's like a state in a country. So California is a state
Right.
in the United States. So Dagestan is a republic in Russia. So it's a country in a country, if that makes sense. They have their own president, but the rule comes from
Russia.
Head of Russia.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, in California, you've got the governor, right? And he reports, obviously, the president is the one that does, so he governs the laws within his state, right? He's got some sort of autonomy with regards to local law, right?
That's true.
And then there's kind of like, obviously, international law.
Federal
Law. That's it, exactly.
So we have state law and we have federal law. Federal law, nobody, and you can't change nothing. It's federal, it goes for the whole country. and then you have the state law, which differs the state by state.
Right. So that's similar to Dagestan and Chechnya and the other places.
That's my interpretation of it. That's my interpretation of it.
Okay.
But they all have one currency. They all are united under the same language, Russian. They all speak Russian, even though they have their own languages. One currency, one language, one major president, top president. But they all have borders with each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so which is closer to Moscow, Dagestan or Chechnya? This is probably a stupid question, yeah, but like, how they're positioned?
Because Dagestan and Chechnya are borders with each other, literally borders. It's less than an hour and 20-minute drive, yeah.
Right.
It's basically the same thing. You can land in Grozny Airport or you can land in Makhachkala Airport.
Makhachkala. Okay.
Makhachkala.
Makhachkala.
There you go.
Makhachkala. Bro, your Google Earth skills are the worst.
I'm a white belt in Google Earth, bro.
Bro, you're not even you don't even wear a gi, bro. You're walking out in the street, bro. Okay, so I've watched some of your vlog. Actually, I almost watched all of them. My kids love watching them, by the way. We sit down and watch it, man. It's hilarious, bro. It's, you know what's funny? It's like we're there with you.
Yeah.
It's you know what's funny? When you make content, you don't understand who's watching it, how it affects their lives, where they're watching it. Does that make sense?
True,
so for us, I've sat down with them and watched I think 3 or 4 episodes. And
I appreciate that.
Nah, subhanAllah, it's really good. Oh, Zach, bring up the YouTube channel, please, Habibi. Rise and Glide, yeah. Which leads me. So this trip here was before Rise and Glide.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is a good point to just describe to us what is Rise and Glide. What was the premise of it? Why did you start it, and so on.
So during my duration training with the Dagestanis and Chechens, we'll call them the Russians in Dubai. I fell in love with that region without even being there. And I said, one day I want to go visit your homeland. One day I want to visit. And they would always tell me, come, Tahseen, come. But I just couldn't for so many reasons. So when I visited in 2016, I already had all these friends built up and these connections. And they were all waiting for me in different regions of Kafkaz. So I went there the first time and I had a blast. I felt I was at home. I felt I already knew the culture. I was able to blend in. I even looked like them. They would think I was part of their... There's funny stories I'll tell you about that in Moscow. But I was able to blend in very well, alhamdulillah. But what I wanted to do before even Rise and Glide became a thing is I wanted to go to their country and train.
Right.
I just wanted to train. I wanted to stay there for 2-3 months and train and eat the way they eat and walk the way they walk and just live the way they're living. But for obvious reasons, you can't just leave life behind home and all the responsibilities and go live for somewhere for 3 months. So I would go visit when I can. I went 2 times I went another time in 2018. Then I went 2 times in 2019. In 2018, October 6th, 2018, do you remember that date? What happened? That's when Khabib fought Conor McGregor.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
October 6th, 2018.
And you were there?
So I was there.
Whoa. Talk us about what that experience was like, man.
So I was stalking the UFC page and Khabib's page prior to the announcement of the fight. Because I knew the fight was brewing at that time. They just didn't announce the dates. And when they announced it, I booked my flight immediately. I think it was a month and a half before or 2 months, right? And so I had planned it to be in his hometown, watching it with his people.
That's nuts, man.
But when I was out there and I was documenting and posting all these stories, what was going on and whatnot, people started messaging me, hey, bro, I want to come out to Dagestan too. I want to train jiu-jitsu and wrestling, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, these people are demanding and they're asking for what I'm basically have been doing for the past few years. This is what I want to do. So from that demand, I said, maybe I can monetize it a little bit. Let me see what I can do. So I bought a notebook, started sketching ideas, and I knew it was going to be with jiu-jitsu, but I didn't know how I wanted to structure it. And then I started brainstorming names, I said, okay, maybe I can make a business out of this. And one step led to another, and I came up with the name Rising Glide. I can show you the sketches I have and whatnot. But
MashaAllah. So what was the premise behind the name Rise and Glide?
so during the 2 weeks or month in 2018, I was sketching out names. I wanted it to be a timeless name where you can slap it on anything and it'll make sense.
Yeah.
Some people have, for example, Toyota Motors. And when you put a motor, when the word motor, it's only used for things with, motor vehicles or motorcycles, you can't use it for more than one purpose. And that time, my friends from Dagestan took me to a mountain. I think it was called the Gunip Mountain. Bro, you go up to this mountain, you drive like 3 hours. And then another Jeep comes and takes you and goes up this steep hill for another 30 minutes. And the view you get from that is breathtaking. It's scary. It's a straight drop down. It's in one of my vlogs, maybe. And while I'm watching, and I see this eagle, and it's flying, but it's not flapping its wings.
Yeah, it's
gliding. It's gliding. So it was gliding, and I said, okay, maybe eagle has to do with gliding. People traveling, the airplane. And so I got the glide written down, and I said, okay, what goes up must come down. So what's going up, rise. So rise and glide. In Russian, it's panimatsa i parit. So going up and just gliding.
Go on there, bro. That's poetic, bro.
Everything has a story to it. Let me show you the one. If you can go back, I'll show you where the scroll down just a little bit.
This is the bottom of it.
No, up. Sorry. It is the one. It says number 15. Yes, that one. Don't worry, I won't flag you for copyright.
Please don't, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's the
look
place,
at
man.
man.
That is.
Is this the one where you go inside that cave? Oh, no, I don't think that's that one. No. Whoa, look at this, man.
You can't go there without a big car, bro.
Yeah.
So there's a special Jeep park like an hour down. They take you special. You can't go with your own car.
What are they doing down there, man? They're just waiting for you.
They wait for people. A lot of people to go there. It's like a tourist site.
Right.
See, that looks normal, but when you're up close and you see the drop.
Yeah. It's perspective, right? It's the perspective. It's where you are in perspective to where everything. Yeah. SubhanAllah, look at that. Whoa.
Do people live there?
No, people don't live there. Not in this area.
Only goats, bro, probably. Or So who are these guys, man, that were with you?
Those are my friends. I was trying to pause it, but those are my friends.
Do you want to pause it, Zach? Well, pause it where there's people in it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, those are my friends from Dagestan. Muhammad, Tagir, Muhammad. Yeah, those are my buddies from Dagestan.
MashaAllah. And do they speak English?
Yeah. So some of these guys I met in Dubai as well. We trained together, and we also went to the same university together.
Okay. MashaAllah, look at that, man. It's just mountain. It's all the way across the. I'm guessing the whole landscape's like this.
That's Photoshop, man.
Exactly.
When you go up to the corner and look at it, you feel like your breath is gonna go away if you fall. That's crazy.
And I'm guessing the high where you were, you said where you saw the eagle. That's the highest it goes, right? Or
yeah, this is one of the highest points, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where I saw the eagle in this area
picture,
right
yeah.
here. And it's just gliding. It's such a beautiful thing to see. Just gliding.
SubhanAllah, look at
beautiful, man.
If you go forward a little bit, I don't know, you have to skim through. I was sitting on the there you go.
You're crazy, man.
To go back.
Mahboul, bruv. That is nuts, bro. Bruv, you know how scared of heights I am? That is actually giving me a nausea right now, bruv. Oh my God. What possessed you, man?
It's someone made it into like a sitting spot, or maybe it's just the stones laid out.
Right, okay. Whoa. But just look how far the other guy is. You know, look how far the other guy is. Oh my days. That is absolutely not. I went. We've got in the UK. Every summer-ish, we go to Wales, and there's a mountain there called Snowdonia. That's not. Is it Snowdon? Mount Snowdon. Sorry. Snowdonia is like the area. It's mountainous area. I think Snowdon is the highest peak in the UK. I think it might be, or might be not. It doesn't matter. But I've been to the peak, and I'm guessing those mountains are probably double the height of
Allah, man. Allah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it, exactly. And being there and the stillness of everything, everything's just still. Subhanallah.
Scary. And it was nice, but it's scary. You know, like you feel it in your guts. You feel it.
That's it, and it makes you wonder as well. Cause you know when you live in the city, subhanallah, yeah, like everything's up close, you know. And then when you go somewhere like that, everything's open. You really realize how insignificant you are, man. Subhanallah. And the power of Allah as well, like the power, like of nature and it's another level, bro. So how often do these guys do? So okay, you went to these. How often do you go to the mountains? Is it something like I'm guessing that was just a trip that you went to see, but what did you do outside of this?
So during my visit, I was training. I was visiting the mountains. There's so many different mountains you can visit. So many different mountains. There was a few lakes we went to, hanging out with people, meeting with new people.
What's the lifestyle like, Tahseen? Their lifestyle? Yeah. What's their lifestyle like? What do they do? Kind of.
Because it's a small republic, so there's not much to do, but there's much to do. Like in LA, there's miles and miles. You can go drive so far. You can do so many things. But over there, it's they tell you it's eat, train, sleep, repeat. Because of the city, it's small. There's not much to do unless you work full time. So the time is very very laid back. They're not in a hurry. They are in a hurry when they're driving, but in terms of lifestyle, it goes very slow. If that makes sense.
I understand. Yeah. Did you find that? Did you find that you felt like you had more time there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, I did have more time, but I didn't have more time because I'm a visitor, so my time is limited.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get things done as much as possible, you know.
What about the training there? So when you got there, what was training like? How did they treat you in the gym? Did they want to tear your heart out? What was it like? Or did they look after you? Or what was the?
Hey, you know when the tiger is eyeballing his prey, you know, he's down. That's how I felt. I felt I was the pigeon, you know, amongst them, just waiting to be attacked.
There's one brother at the gym. I'm not gonna mention his name, but everyone who's listening will know who he is. There's a couple of brothers, and like when you hear this, brother, come, let's go. You know you're gonna get put in a washing machine, man.
Speaking of washing machine, one of my Dagestani friends, he said, Tahseen, come back to Dagestan, we'll make you into a machine. I said, yeah, washing machine. I used to get ragdolled so much.
Is it? Did you start to cut? Did you feel that you were improving though?
You know, it's a tricky slope because by the time your cardio gets used to the environment, it takes a long time. Yeah, and if you're training consistently for 2 weeks, maybe after 2 weeks you'll find the climate starting to you're getting used to it. But it's
really so you're saying the altitude affected you?
Oh man, I feel I am suffocating, like breathing out of a straw when I'm training.
Whoa.
Now I know I don't have the best cardio in the world, but over here I do fairly okay in LA, fairly okay, even though I'm not so consistent in my training. But when I'm training, it's not so bad. I can go 3 rounds and huffing and puffing and whatnot. But over there, after the first round, I'm done. Zero.
So what are you saying? So it's because of the altitude, or is it just because of the way they train?
It's like a valley. It's mountains. It's all in mountains. Makhachkala is down below. It's altitude. They call it acclimatization.
Yeah, so you need. I know a lot of boxers as well when they train in Mexico, when they fight in Mexico City, they got like a month beforehand or whatever to kind of. Yeah. Or was it Cain Velasquez that had to Did they fight in Mexico, UFC? I'm pretty sure they did.
In Mexico. They're building stuff in Mexico.
Is it? No, because I think UFC, did they have a UFC Mexico? I'm not
Brazil?
sure. Or maybe Brazil, or maybe. But I do know, like, there was maybe it wasn't Cain Velasquez, maybe it was someone else. But they had to literally go there or go to somewhere like Colorado, you know, like,
Yeah,
which
to
is a
train
bit.
with the elevation
Yeah,
mountains. People go to Big
UFC
Bear Mountain.
159.
Oh, was it?
Rodriguez versus Stephens. That was
Was that in Mexico?
in Mexico City.
Okay, right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so that, I know that's high altitude as well. So a lot of the guys, I know Canelo fought in Mexico City as well. But yeah, that's mad. I didn't realize it affects you that bad. I thought a couple of days you'll get used to it.
Oh no, a couple of days. No. Before I would go, I would do the Stairmaster for maybe 2 weeks just to kill myself. You know, with the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
Just to get it like a heads up or pre-start.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was difficult for me. It was difficult.
So those
Not
2
to
weeks.
scare away our future clients, but you can do it.
But it's experience. I mean, well, with my job, we did a project for. There's a place here. They build altitude centers. So, or they can rent you a tent. So there's a tent. You take it to your house and you sleep inside it, and that starts to acclimatize you slowly to altitude.
How does it do that? That's interesting.
So I think there's a machine, they pump something in there, or I don't know how, to be honest, I didn't really go into the science of it. Or you can go inside like, for example, the big football clubs have it, Manchester City, Man United, Liverpool, all these guys. Yeah, so it helps with the cardio, I guess, and all that stuff. So
one of my first kickboxing coach, he was so old school, he would put water in our mouths. He would make us do the, hitting the pads. And don't you dare swallow the water or spit it out. You have to breathe from your nose. That's
interesting, man.
It's like duct taping your mouth.
You have
to breathe from your nose, and that's a killer, man. That's.
So you're kind of like for your nostrils.
If you got blocked nose, bro.
Yeah, if you got a blocked nose, you're finished, man.
That's the only time in my life I want to.
Yeah, mashallah. So after your first trip.
Yeah.
So 2000 and what time? When was this?
June or July 2016. That was the first trip.
So that's the first trip. You went there by yourself. You had all these messages from people. Oh no, that's 2018. Sorry, no, I'm talking about 2018. So you saw the fight in Dagestan. Yeah, talk us through that. What was that like? That experience?
Because the fight was in Las Vegas, so there was a big time difference.
Yeah.
So the fight for us was around 3 o'clock in the morning, I believe. And everybody was gathered up at their homes or at the cinema or restaurants or cafes. Yani, the whole republic was closed for that day. Wallah, you would think it was Eid al-Adha.
Wow.
And posters of him everywhere, people wearing his t-shirt, the papachas, everything. Yani, it was atmosphere like the next level. So we go into this cafe, and and I'm very grateful and thankful, but one of my friends, he's in Arabic we say wasil. In English it's when he's high level within politics and the region.
Like a elder, not elder, but like a.
He's connected.
He's connected. Yeah, he's connected. Yeah,
he's connected. So he was very kind enough to invite me to an invite-only cafe. This was like exclusive to like relatives of Khabib. So in that cafe, there was a private room for Khabib's father and his friends to watch it.
Right.
And I was in the other room, which is the cafe, and everybody was sitting there watching it. I even have videos. I'm sitting with Khabib's first cousin, Najmuddin, and we're sitting there watching the fight. Bro, the adrenaline going through our bodies, the atmosphere, people shaking the tables, people dancing, a guy brought an eagle. He was wearing an eagle on his hand. Brother, if you go to my Instagram, there's like these IG highlights.
Yeah.
Dagestan one is all about that one.
All right, bring it up, Zach. We're watching it here. Actually, we're watching it with all the brothers as well, the Dagestani brothers, Chechen brothers.
Yeah, and all the way to the right. Dagestan 1, I believe.
There we go.
More,
Yeah, that's
more.
it. That's the one,
I
yeah.
think it's
Click
one.
it.
Yeah, 1 or 2, yeah. There we go.
Is there sound to this?
Maybe this one doesn't, but the next ones do.
Bro, look, that's 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was late at night. It was late at night. I'm telling you, people are getting ready to have Eid.
I saw videos of people like shooting guns in the sky. I saw
horses. There was horses. There was the.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I know you don't like this.
I know you don't like this.
Yeah, this was pre-fight.
Whoa.
Pre-fight. The roads were shut for a few hours after the fight. People were dancing, horses. Man, it was a national.
So are you
holiday.
filming? Are you filming this?
Yes. Yeah, there I am.
You look gassed there, bruv. Mashallah.
All right, no sleep. This guy was with an eagle.
Where? Go where? Oh, there. That eagle's just chilling there, man.
That's Habib's cousin, Najmuddin.
Which
He's
one? With the papach?
No, the other one.
Oh, the other one. Yeah. And then the beef afterwards as well.
That was another story. Oh yeah. Man,
Mashallah.
you can feel the environment just building up, and when you go outside, it's already sunlight, and people are dancing. People brought their horses, and it was an amazing time.
So what was the reaction afterwards? So once they didn't want to give him his belt. Remember that whole shenanigans afterwards? And
Yeah.
So what was the reaction to everyone back home?
We were just waiting for the news to unfold. Even like a few days after, we're just waiting to see what happens. But it was a crazy time. October 9th, 3 days after, alhamdulillah, fortunate enough, I got to meet Khabib in his own home.
No
3
way.
days after the fight. Yeah, that was something special.
So how did you manage to get in there?
I'm telling you, man, it's like a chain of events. I was very fortunate.
SubhanAllah. Did you get to speak to him?
Yeah. He looked at me. He said, "Brother, what are you doing here?" 'Cause he met me prior. I think like a year before that. We met in LA. We spoke on FaceTime with his cousin, and so he remembered me. He said, "Brother, what are you doing here?" I said, "I came to support you, man." He looked at me like in disbelief. I said, "How many people came to Vegas to support you? And then how many people came to Dagestan to watch your fight and support you?" I had to make myself look good, you know?
You know, it's funny. You know, these brothers, they crack me up. They're so direct. Brother, what you doing? Hey.
Yeah. If they don't like the way you're dressed, they'll tell you.
They tell you straight. What is this, brother? What kind of shoes is this, brother?
No sugarcoating whatsoever.
Yeah. I love that about them, mashallah.
Yeah, and there was a moment we went to his house, and his father was sitting there, and got to say salam to his father, and I sat down. His cousin's also there, another friend of mine. We're just sitting, and I'm looking like, how many millions of people would wish to be in my spot right now? And like, it didn't cross my mind. It crossed my mind while I was sitting there.
Yeah.
So Habib's father tells the young cousin, go get something, come back. I couldn't understand because they're speaking in their native language.
Right.
And he comes out with a T-shirt, and he's like, "Here, it's a padarak TV. It's a gift for you."
Oh, mashallah.
And I'm flabbergasted at this point. I'm all over the place emotionally, but I'm calm and collected. I can't show them.
Yeah, because that's because again, showing. I don't know. Again, these brothers tell us as well about showing emotion, crying. Crying, that's like no, bruv.
Yeah,
like you don't cry in front, bruv. You go crying somewhere like where no one can see you. Not even an eagle, bruv.
You're murtad at that point. Done.
Bro, subhanallah, bruv. Don't cry, bro.
No,
or showing like overt anger as well. Like being kind of, what's the word? Out of control.
No, that one I have to argue against.
Go on.
The street fights there, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt, but
no, go.
The topic of his father, it was a very special moment for me. It was a very special moment for me. His father asked me, "Who is this guy? Like, who's Tahseen, and what is he doing in my home?" Because I was the only outcast from the group. And he said, they told him this is an American brother, Muslim guy. He's a fan of Dagestan. He's been coming here for a few years. He's a sportsman and whatnot. And then Habib's father goes, "Хорошо." Okay. It's just like, okay. But I also posted a picture with his father, and that was one of the highlights of that trip. We were in his house and holding the T-shirt, so that was a very special moment for me.
SubhanAllah. Were you scared when he said that? Who is this guy?
Not scared, but it's
like uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, yeah. Like because what am I doing there, really?
Yeah, yeah. Who invited you, bro? I didn't invite you.
when we're walking to when we're walking to his house, it's in a building, and there's like you have to cross 3 buildings, and there's a gate, and you can see kids on the other side of fences, like hopping the fence over the walls, waiting to see Habib walk out.
Right.
So Habib had his hoodie on, and he's just chilling. But yeah, it was really a special moment for me.
SubhanAllah, that is incredible, especially at that specific moment.
Yeah,
that was
3 days after.
I think I would say that one of the biggest fights in combat history, man. Like all combat sports. Like
it was a crazy time. He was limping and he was walking side to side, and he was hurt from the jump. But you can see from his face he was tired and depleted, mentally. It takes a toll.
I was gonna say to you, like the build up to the fight. So you remember all those shenanigans with Conor, the stupid things he was saying, yeah? Especially when he's talking about you Chechen this and your friend is like how was that received? Obviously we can imagine like how was that received over there, like because like he was saying that he was playing mind games obviously, but he was saying that he's got friends in Chechnya and all this stuff, and he's talking rubbish, bruv. Like
he didn't have. Smack. I know he had some Chechen guys. I know Conor had some Chechen guys he would meet, but he had some Russian guys, and these Russian guys told him the culture about the Chechens and Dagestanis.
Right.
But like Dana White said, like it got really dark at the press conference because Conor brought up some things that were extremely sensitive into high politics. Yeah. And I remember watching going,
eesh, like that, yeah.
World War is gonna go on right now, Like nobody goes into these topics because these topics are out of your control. What are you gonna do,
And it's serious as well. It's not a joke. There's no joke in that. There's
no joke. You can joke about the guy's beard, about his technique, how he look, fine. But to joke into high politics like that,
and also when you brought family into it. Yeah. You start to subhanAllah that.
Yeah. Like you're a Muslim, you're an Arab, like somebody talks about our mothers and sisters. It's offline,
Red lines, bro. Red lines.
Yeah, red line.
We don't mess around, man.
Zero tolerance for these things.
Yeah. They don't understand that though.
That's the culture, akhi. The culture of the West isn't aware of what we have.
Yeah, they lost it. They had it at a point, and then it got eroded,
For freedom of speech.
Freedom, exactly. You could do a whole other podcast on this.
Tell me about it, bro. I'm waiting for it.
So, like, I know you go to Bosnia. So this is another thing, Bosnia now. So, bruv, the pictures from Bosnia, akhi?
So real, man.
It's so beautiful, man.
Yeah. It's different.
And I know the people. No. So I mean, Bosnia is one of the places on my bucket list that I want to go, man. Just because it's in Europe,
we want to make it happen for you,
bro. Well, like honestly, like I'd love to do something, man. And I know the jiu-jitsu coaches. It's kind of mature, right? There's a lot of guys going over there and training.
Yeah, strong guys, mashallah. Strong guys.
So I know we diverted a little because we could talk about Dagestan for another 3 hours, innit? But talk to me about your business now, man, because I think whoever's listening, obviously the audience, they're going to be people who grapple and who are in it. So this is your target audience, isn't it? So this is your chance to kind of
we appreciate the plug, as we say.
No, 100%, bro. Because look, for me, I'm all about promoting, our people, bro. And they're doing good things, positive things, things that are improving, our body and our mind and all that stuff. And on top of that, it's done by someone who's sensitive to our culture. Do you see what I'm saying? And our beliefs, bro. So
I understand.
So yeah, so alhamdulillah. So talk to us about this. I'm very keen to hear like how you set these up. What is it like? Okay, let's put it this way. I'm gonna book a trip to Bosnia, yeah, with you. So talk me through the process.
So we have two options on the list right now. We have Bosnia and we have Dagestan, Russia. For Dagestan, we have jiu-jitsu tour camps, we have wrestling training camps, and we have foodie tour retreats. However, for Russia right now, things are closed for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Until further notice, inshallah.
Inshallah.
But for Bosnia, we offer vacation retreats and jiu-jitsu tour camps. Jiu-jitsu tour camps basically is mixing traveling and tourism with jiu-jitsu. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys, when they travel, they get the itch to train a little bit. Yeah. So we have that perfect, beautiful balance where you do get to have, you know, the touristic sightseeing and exploring, and we do have the training as well. So we start off the morning with some training, then we go have some breakfast with some coffee from the beautiful views. And then after that, we just get to explore the beautiful Republic of Bosnia and Herzegovina. You know, whether it's Basharcia or Bilashinsa. I hope I said that correctly. They also have very steep mountains. Yes. Oof.
Look at this, man. A mirror. Yeah. Look at this, man. Bruv, look at that. Allahumma barik. That, bruv, you're washing your eyes. تغسل عينيك.
SubhanAllah. It's
so green as well. It's so green.
It's pleasing just to look at.
Yeah.
Look at the water, man.
Oh, man, look at this, man. Wallahi, I was just saying to my missus the other day, I said, I need a holiday, man. Like, I need somewhere where you can go and it's silence, you know, like just quiet.
Yeah. We got you this summer, brother. This summer.
Inshallah, bro.
We were eating barbecue. I don't know if I showed it. There was some barbecue. Yeah. I couldn't get my videographer with me, so I had to do everything on my own. And just eat, swim, chill. If you want to tan, if you're into tanning, you bring your sunset.
What if we bring the missus down? Is there like, what's the kind of environment for Muslim women like over there? Like hijab, niqab, whatever. Is it still?
Wallahi, it's such a beautiful atmosphere to see over there, because it's one of the only Muslim European countries, I believe.
Yeah, that's
so.
Correct,
You'll see the mix of East and West in Bosnia. You have women wearing niqab and you have women in booty shorts, coinciding with one another, working with one another.
Wow.
Some of them are even sisters. It's a crazy mix. But you'll see everything. You'll see a mix of everything. Alhamdulillah, very welcoming. A lot of masajid. Even people who aren't religious, they understand. They understand everything. You know, alhamdulillah, there's no pressure for what they need. Oh, so it was very nice and comforting to see.
Alhamdulillah, it's good because you know, like, so you live in the West. We live in the West. I say, it's the West, yeah. And there's that pressure, you know, as a Muslim. If you're black, you're Muslim, or do you see what I'm saying? You have this invisible pressure from when you wake up, yeah. Like there's this kind of force, but it's nice to go to a Muslim country and release that pressure a little bit, man, and recharge the batteries.
That's why in Bosnia you'll see a lot of Khalijis. It's packed with Khalijis because some of them don't want to go to Europe. They don't want to spend their dollars or dirhams, whatever, in Germany or France. Yeah. They come to Bosnia. Bosnia has everything Germany has, or Italy.
What's the infrastructure like? As in, you know, like trains, buses, like that kind of stuff. How do you get around? Is it like through rental cars or?
You can do rental cars. You can do taxis, very easy. You can do subhanallah, not the subway, the metro. The metro is very easy to use, very cheap. You know, it's because Sarajevo in Bosnia is like a grid street. You know, like grids.
Oh, so like in New York.
Easy to maneuver. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So it's very easy to go around. But when people come with our packages, we take care of everything from A to Z. So
how much are the packages, if you don't mind me asking? Like, how do you work it out? Or is it bespoke to each person and what they want, or how do you kind of do
so
it?
We like to manipulate our packages to our clients. So let's say my brother and a few guys want to come, and you say, okay, we want to do this. We want to go to this specific mountain, even though maybe I don't include it. Yeah, I'll include it in the itinerary. It's no problem. So I like to change up things a little bit. In terms of training, if they come for jiu-jitsu training camps, maybe they want a few more training sessions during their duration. I can make that happen for them, you know. But there is a set base of what we offer, and after that we can add and subtract depending on the clients.
Alhamdulillah, man. And how many times have you done these trips? Like, how often have you?
I knew this question was coming. Let me tell you the background story.
Shouldn't I have asked that question, Tahseen?
No, that's fine. Okay, I need to be upfront with our people. You know? We launched in April 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, we had our first going in November 2019.
Right.
Okay, so that's a few months after. So when we came back in January 2020, do you remember what happened?
Yeah. Subhanallah, yeah. So your business just started, and then COVID hit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And where did you go in 2019? Was it Dagestan?
Yes. Yeah, we had our first clients to Dagestan. Very beautiful experience.
Alhamdulillah.
During the cold. And once we came back, that's when we started hearing rumors from China about COVID 2020. And then from January 2020 until January 2022, zero traveling.
Wow.
Difficult to find clients, nothing. Basically shut. I'm just working on social media and whatnot. So during that time, I said, okay, I need to find another country. I need to find another branch just in case Russia closes. And it just closed again.
Yeah, subhanallah. Yeah.
So now we're focusing on Bosnia. Yeah.
It's not a bad look, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a bad substitute, if you can call it that, man. It's because I was looking at Bosnia for a few years ago, just kind of like because a lot of brothers, you hear it's almost like a hidden secret almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not many people think about Bosnia when it comes like holiday destinations. You know, and I spoke to a brother a few years ago. And he's like, "Bro, it's beautiful." And actually, a Bosnian brother, mashallah, brings his son to the gym. He does wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and he always tells me it's beautiful. He goes quite often, mashallah.
No, it's he's absolutely right. You know, those were the first word I said, because when I went to Bosnia, it was the intention of creating the jiu-jitsu tour camps. The brother out there that I deal with, Sheikh Almir, he's one of the guys I also met while training in Dubai. So we had that connection throughout the years.
Mashallah.
Because he used to come and compete almost every year. So I went out there with the intentions of creating this tour camp. So I went and I was doing touring around, checking out restaurants, transportation, everything for our future clients. And I said the same exact thing. I said, Bosnia is a hidden paradise. People don't know about this place, you know? So now we're trying to put it on the map for our fellow grapplers and Muslims.
Alhamdulillah, man. I look forward to it, man. Well, something, even the team here, man, we could just come down and guys at the gym.
Love to put something together for you guys, you know?
Yeah. Because we've got a gym. We've got about almost 300 members, man. So, and you know, like, alhamdulillah, like it's, you know, we're doing okay, mashallah. Most of them Muslim. But we're open to everyone, you know. It's not exclusive, you know. Mashallah, every gym member, and I know a lot of them would be interested. Like if we did like a specific Legion one, you know, if we work together. I
would love to do something for you guys, and
because we were thinking about it, Tahseen. I think a couple of years ago to go to Turkey for a wrestling camp in Turkey, but it kind of like, you know, when you're running a business, bro, you can't have too many hats on. Do you understand?
Yeah,
but you have to find a guy there, and I mean, then you're kind of ready made, isn't it? You know the stuff, you know what we want, you know the culture.
That's exactly, Akhi Muhammad. So that's exactly what I want to offer to my clients. And when they come to our camps or our training camps, they don't have to worry about anything else. Accommodation is taken care of, transportation is taken care of, training, sightseeing, everything is included with the bundle package. So they can leave their wallets at home. And during the duration for the 7 days, everything's included.
That's sick, man.
You know, everything. So you just really get to go and enjoy everything from A to Z. And, you know, your training, sightseeing, food, and all that. Just enjoy, you know. We just want our people to enjoy and not have to worry about paying this extra fee and whatnot.
So, and you know what? Your target audience, if you don't mind me asking, Europe, bro, England.
Yeah.
Because we're closer, innit? Do you understand? It's kind of like.
If I show you something,
Go on.
I just posted a Instagram ad for Bosnia. I just released it maybe 2 hours ago, and I put target audience the UK. I always do the UK. I always get a lot of volume from the UK.
Yes, especially in we're always looking for, especially after all this pandemic, lockdown, like all this stuff. Yeah, people are looking to kind of, you know, and Turkey's been saturated now. Everyone, they're from UK. Everyone goes to Turkey, man. Yeah, and I think Bosnia's closer, right? Pretty sure. What's the? We'll have to check that, bro. Yeah, because you're coming from America, innit? So. But I'm guessing it's probably similar thing. Okay, Tahseen, and I've taken a lot of your time, bro.
It's all good, man.
But wallahi, a very interesting person, mashallah. I love what you're doing. I'll put all, you know, if you send me like a little description, I'll put it in the YouTube link as well. And like, I look forward anything that you want to promote. I'm happy to promote it for you, inshallah, bro. Anything. So if you've got like a something coming up soon, just send me a message, inshallah. We'll do something. I'll promote it for you, man. I want you to succeed, inshallah. I think what you're doing is very, very good, man. It's unique. It's needed. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's a niche for it.
There's a market for it.
There's a market for it, mashallah. So
that's what I felt in the beginning, alhamdulillah. But it's been you know, tough. Bump after bump.
Yeah,
it's been tough. So we'll see how Allah opens it up for us, inshallah.
Inshallah. Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers and the listeners that they should be looking out for? What you're doing in the next few months, or?
We have an upcoming Jiu-Jitsu tour camp in Bosnia from June 20th to June 26th. Jiu-Jitsu tour camp, all inclusive. You just cover the airfare and the package, and we
Is
cover
it on your
everything
website?
else. riseandglide.com.
Go ahead, Zach. Bring it up, please, bro.
riseandglide.com. Packages. We go to Bosnia. No, that's the Dagestan one. You have to go. Can you click packages? There you go. To the left. Yeah, I need to update it a little bit, but that's the one.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
And isn't brother Eddie from Chicago? He's Bosnian, right?
Yeah.
Redzovic.
Redzovic. Yeah. I speak with his brother every once in a while.
Who? Adam, mashallah,
yeah. They have a base out there. I mean, they're obviously Bosnian. They came from Bosnia.
Of course, yeah. I really want to talk to Adam, man, inshallah. If you can put a word in for me, inshallah.
You got
Get
it,
him on the podcast, inshallah. But I think his story is amazing, bruv.
Oh, yeah. Really,
he looks like a savage as well, mashallah.
Not to be messed with, man.
Not to be messed with.
We all got the shaved head look, but under the shaved head, man,
mashallah. Mashallah.
Yeah,
Tahseen, barakallahu fiqh for coming on, inshallah. We're definitely going to do this. You know what? Let's do this, yeah? Live on the podcast. I say live, it's pre-recorded. But when you come back from Bosnia, we're going to do another podcast, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And you can show us, you know, like maybe put together like some, you know, like some images or whatever, and we can go through it. Be good, good opportunity for us to see what, you know. Hopefully, you never know, I might even be there, bro. Inshallah.
Wallah, we'll speak off camera.
Inshallah, definitely. Barakallahu
Thank you so much for the opportunity. May Allah bless you, and I wish you guys all the best.
Jazakallah wa khairan. Zach, let's round it out, bro. Thank you very much, guys. That's all we have time for. I always forget to say this. Please, if you've got to the end of the podcast, please like and subscribe. If you're listening to this, well, I guess you're following us, innit? So it's fine. But go to the YouTube and like and subscribe. So on that note, I'll see you on the next one.